Welcome, explorer! We are back to the first Final Fantasy, and damn does this look old, right? It was here long before I got into gaming, so I could never develop any feeling of nostalgia for it. And still, this world is fascinating me. Look at this! This wonderful tiny thing allows us finally to visit the countries up north. The lands which suffered from the find of water and wind for more than 200 years. Under their devastation, what might be left of the land and its people? Well, surprisingly, way more than I ever imagined. But for today, let's concentrate on the story of this innocent creature and how important saving it became to us. For this adventure to take place, we first had to travel to Onrak, town of the Water Crystal's shrine. Great! We found the location of the next crystal already, or so I thought. Except we couldn't get to it, as it has been pulled down to the bottom of the ocean. I couldn't even spot a single trace of it at this harbor, I suppose. For someone searching for a way into the deep, this, at least to me, looked suspiciously similar to a submarine. Granted, a pretty primitive one made of a barrel, or maybe really just a barrel. The young lady in front of it had crafted it to transport herself down to the mermaids, which made the shrine their home. Mermaids! Apparently they lived there together with the find of water, and according to rumors also with an ominous treasure people whispered about in the streets. If it wasn't the water crystal itself, what else might be down there? I like me some sparkly treasury. Unfortunately, the barrel alone wasn't sufficient on its own. The shrine had been drowned so deep that without a source of oxygen, the ocean would simply swallow us whole. The answer to our misery is tightly connected with the fate of a certain little being. I had never found her if it wasn't for the worry of a daughter for a father. All this around us certainly looks just like every other place on the world map, does it not? There is nothing outstanding to be spotted, but obviously I wouldn't bring us here if there's nothing to be seen. Within this wilderness is a campsite for the caravan of the girl's father, and see what he got for sale. Quite pricey, but money we had plentiful of. This wasn't a regular item as it might been in other games. You can't use her for healing nor reviving, so why capture and sell her in the first place? She was just this beautiful and rare thing contained in a ridiculously small cage. Her home was far, really far away. So far that I wondered how she came here in the first place. This is the highest up north place you can get. All the way up here lies Gaia, a city protected by this wall of mountains. Visitors like ourselves were rarely seen, if ever. It's here that we caught word of a fountain fairy that used to live in the town's spring. Yep, I got that too. We even ran into the one who caught and sold the tiny creature for a profit. How ruthless. But at least the guy realized he did wrong and felt remorse for his actions. We have arrived. Time to let her free. This is where she belongs. The poor thing. She was so scared in that narrow bottle for all that time. Back home, she gave us what only a fairy could harvest of the spring, an oxeye. Rightfully, you might ask yourself what that is. Or maybe you guessed it already by its name. The oxyle is a substance which permanently emits oxygen. Surely, with its help, we could operate the barrel submarine from earlier. But that's part of another day's story. Let's return next week to this world and see where it leads us. Until then, bye.